Gentlemen, my lecturate topic is India-Nepal relations. So India and Nepal shares a good relationship which is characterized by an open international border which is around 1770 kilometers long. The Nepal shares its boundary with 5 Indian states, namely Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Sikkim. There are near about 250 small and large rivers which flow from Nepal to India, which further facilitates electricity production, management, consumption, etc. And it also creates megawatts of electricity for both of these countries. The relationship is characterized by good, strong familial linkages and bondings. Apart from others, there are large areas of interest and cooperation between both countries. And also this relationship has flourished over the years. Although small disputes have risen mainly due to the Kalapani and Sasta region of Nepal, which Nepal claims as its own territory. Otherwise, both of these countries mutually agree on respecting each other's territorial integrity. Now let's talk about converging interests between both these nations. So there are several converging interests like defense, modernization, and familial linkages, religion, and trade, economy, and of course defense cooperation, etc. Talking specifically, let's talk about the religious perspective. So Nepal is home to Indian Hindu temples, shrines, etc. boards, and of course 80% of Nepal's population is Hindu, and Buddhism has also risen in Nepal. Like Mahatma Buddha was born in Lumbini region of present-day Nepal. So religion-wise, it shares a good relationship. Talking about defense ties, then of course both of these countries share good ties when it comes to defense. Like both of these countries facilitate exercises, bilateral exercises like Surya Kiran, etc. And also Gurkha, the Nepali community Gurkha also trains with the Indian Army, and several Nepali cadets train here in the Indian institutions, defense institutions, so as to say. Apart from that, most of the Indian traders, businessmen, IT professionals, laborers reside freely in Nepal, and from Nepal they come to India as well in search of employment opportunities, etc. And talking about the other areas of cooperation, then it could be traced to humanitarian assistance and disaster management, because Nepal's ecological platform lies in a region which is prone to major threats like rising out of earthquakes, floods, etc. So India regularly facilitates humanitarian relief operations and disaster management, like can be seen from the major earthquake of 2015. India extended a good amount of 1.5 billion Nepali rupees for their assistance, and in order to move back or recover from the disaster which has been occurred due to the earthquake. So such has been the effect of India-Nepal relations. Now let's talk about diverging interests. So apart from diverging interests, it can be stated that India-Nepal relations are slightly deteriorated over the past few years. One of the key reasons is political instability. Like in the 2014, and Nepal has witnessed a period of insurgency which has risen due to political instability. Also, 2014 Madhesi movement, Nepal accused India of instigating the protests. Secondly, China's influence. China's influence over Nepal has been vast over the few years. They have invested majorly, and due to this political pressure, Nepal has criticized India of its border disputes. Now coming to border dispute point, India and Nepal shares good relation, but due to the Kalapani and the Sasta region of Nepal, Nepal showed these regions as their part, and subsequently it was considered as a harm on territorial integrity of India. But these issues have largely been unaddressed, but it does not play a key role in devastating the relationship. And thirdly, Nepal's relation with India has of course deteriorated over the past few years, but they have contributed in platforms, multilateral platforms such as BBIN, which stands for Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and Nepal, BIMSTEC, that is Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation, and cooperations like on SAARC, which stands for South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, etc. Otherwise, India and Nepal shares good relationship. Now, the way forward is that Nepal is categorically and strategically important for India. So, India should facilitate cultural to cultural and linguistic and people to people contact ties. Apart from that, India should invest largely in Nepalese infrastructure, and this relationship, which is also called Roti Beti Ka Rishta, should be maintained transparently, as India is the largest trading partner of Nepal. So India should focus primarily on Nepal, as It cannot afford Nepal to be deteriorating in terms of economy. So, prosperous and healthy Nepal should be in India's strategical interest. And my recommendations are that India should invest in Nepalese infrastructure more frequently, and it should carry and grab all the opportunities that Nepal have for India. Thank you.